How's everybody doing? Just getting prepared. It's not going to be a very long one today, Saturday. In the perfect month this year, yes, we would come back to the cycle where the month of February and the month of March both begin on the Sunday, the first day of the month. The month of March does not end like the month of February, but there will be 4 weekends in which we connect what is a one Sunday with a 7 Saturday. What will be an 8? Okay, what will be an 8 Sunday, a 15, a 22 Sunday? What will be a 7 Saturday? What will be a 14, 21, 28 Saturday? Right? 1, 22, 23, 8, 15, 23, 7, 28, 35, 14, 21, 35. The total is going to equal to 58, 13. Pretty cool. But what it more represents, it represents the electric company, the House of Mars, connecting on this day. The numeric value of all the numbers added up to a single face is 45. The low count, right, which is 10, 5, 10, and the high count is 35, 30. What this is when you're counting A, B, C, D, 4 area spaces, right? The occupation of area space, inside something in area space and nothing inside area space. How you doing? Yes, Messer, I think of you and everybody else on YouTube. It's very hard to get on there. They don't open my channel up when I go on. It's just the manipulation of my camera won't open. So I've been working off an iPad. If you ask me why I don't do it the other way, it's because I'm not getting enough talkback live integration with the YouTube channel. That's what's happening in the last 2 years. Yes, it's taken 2 years. I feel like one of the, anyways, I won't get into that part. Yeah, so how's everybody doing? What am I going to do? Got to put on a little bit of sound. A little bit of sound. We've got a little bit of sound. Wow, I can't even believe I don't even have a real YouTube channel. I mean, a real, what's it called? Okay, I think I got it. Stop yapping and start driving. There we go. Talk to me. There you go. How you doing? If there's any questions, what do I do? What do you see behind you? What is a cat? What is a dog? What is a bear? I tell alphabetical numerical stories in conjunction with the understanding of the movement of the zodiac, in conjunction with the understanding of the constellations. I'm still learning, understanding the tarot cards, because they're everything everybody studies and everybody's telling different stories and very close to the same story, but not 100% accurate, but accurate all in its own for the better of what they understand the reading is. Right? This is more of an alchemic situation where the alchemic that I bring together are the numbers themselves. 1, and its design and its word. 2, and its design and its word. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. And even the combination of the duality digit, right? You can't get the 10 to 99 without the duality 2 digits, or to 1,000 with 3 digits, or 10,000. But now we put a comma, or do we put a comma in between? And if I had $1,000, would it be in $1 bills? Maybe in America, but not in Canada, be a whole lot of change in my pocket. So I look at relationships, what it's telling us, what I grew up with 60 years of repeating and telling myself, do I have some change in my pocket? Well, I got 30 coins in my pocket. If they're all quarters, you have dollars. So should I take away the 30 quarters? Okay, I will. That's $7.50. So I do have change in my pocket. I have 50 cents. I don't want to talk about the dollars. I just want to talk about the 50 cents. Or everything that's under $1 and what its relationship to 99. 63.54, the male phallus and the female vajayjay. Let's take a break. This is going to be a very short video. It's the day today for Mars. I like to celebrate Mars Day today. I like to go out and say thank you, Mars, for coming here. And another thing about the one between two is the one between two is it's this. Is it this or is it this? One between two or is it this? One between two. Imagine this is Earth Moon. Imagine this is Mars Moons. Earth Moon comes in and does this. Well, that's funny. I thought this was Mars Moons. This is Earth Moon. But Earth is over here. Mars is over here. Earth is over there. See this elbow over here? It's coming from over there. See this elbow? It's over there where Earth is. Because this moon here in the sky, remember, this is social media. It's just a game theory. And if it's not, it's not. And if it is, it is. But to my notion, one between two, that's how it works, one between two. Also, they talk about 1 and 2 as a half area space, like going 1, 2, 3. So between what is the right side of 1 and the left side of 1, and what is the right side of 3 and the left side of 3. You know, if you go to the piano, there's no black keys between the left and the right of the white keys of B and F. E, F, and B, C, no white keys. You know, I'm looking at something online that I'm looking at this online. It's just really weird because oh, they just took it away. Wow. So where was it? Wow, I lost it. Okay, it was an intensile. It was an intensile is like fire, right? Like flying. I just remember it's like burning out. Let me put back that picture again. Maybe we'll put this. You have any questions? I am here. What are the questions? Game theory. Game theory. You know, you're so funny. My son brought over a table, and it's sitting in the middle of the den, upside down. And my cat keeps sitting on it. She just doesn't want to move from that table, maybe because there was another. Yes, so give me a minute. I'm just trying to. Just making a coffee. Just give me a minute. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? What's going on here on this channel? What do we do here on this channel? Is there cold, hot, new, warm coffee coming up? Just having a coffee. Give me a minute. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome to the Truman Show. Why men? Why not man? How come they can't have many men? You know, like, and just say, hey, look, man's over there. That would be like, what would that be like, man's? They have women, they have woman, but they don't have the womans. Look, it's the women's, it's the man's. When did they add on that S? You know, when it belongs to somebody in that word, you know, in tooth and teeth for many and more. But when you say the plural of something, when do we and when do we not add on something or other before or after something to change around the direction of the word itself, other than just adding another letter to the word, you know? Like, I walked up to this place, they go one letter or two, and I go one. And I said, I. And they said, can you do anything else with that? I said, yeah, I can bubble it. I can make it into a D, but that'd only be one half of me. The other side would be over there. That'd be the other half of me. I can do it this way and that way, but then this way and this way is going to be encompassed by the completion of this area space here and behind me, leaving just a small separation. I was looking at that. I thought it was cute. I was looking at the chessboard, and looks like a jack and a jack, you know, and the continuation, right? You know, the J letter. You ever look at the J letter? You have this. You know, you have this is your J letter. That's the J letter. My question is it this, right? And this, and then they just put this like that. So because they took this one away, they put this here and they balance it this way. Right? And then they have this one over here balances the other way. So on the cards, when you see, it just shows you this. This represents soul. Where do I get that? It's the 12th letter. I run it this way. So 120 and 240. Is that the 360? Is this the 36? Or how about the 324? The reverse alphabet of what is C3 is X24. 324, or how about 18 by 18 is 324? Yeah, I memorized most of all the numbers, or most of them. You know, the next level is 289 to 324. That's a 35 difference. It's the heart of the cube. Things move around between what is 18 by 18 and 17 by 17. They're the closing doors, just like A and B, but going the other way. But it's not like A and B going the other way, because just let me take a look. In reality, no, I'm not sure if I can do that, because this is what happens. This is what happened. I'll bring back the chessboard in a minute. See, you know when they say reverse alphabet, right? Now, if I'm going to reverse the alphabet, right, the actual alphabet, right, begins here, and the alphabet ends over here. So is that like this? This is a fixed sign. That's a fire sign. One, so, or sorry, made a mistake. Hold on a second. What number was I looking for? Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. Here. This one here and that one there. The beginning and the end of the alphabet. Where's 9? You want to see where 9 is? Right? 9 is over here. 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 9 is also over here. I flip-flopped it. That's what creates this different connection when connecting 36 to 36. You can realign the alphabet. You can shift the zodiac. You can have it dance, as long as we followed the understanding that when it begins to dance, okay, that we dance here. 1, 4, 7, and 10. Fire. Earth, air, fire, earth, air. Wow, 1, 4, 7, 10. Oh my God. Okay, it's not in the same order. Okay, wow. Okay, I was looking at something else. Hold on. Fire, water, air, earth. Fire, water, fire, water. Something's wrong. I didn't calculate. Let me do fire, water, air, earth. Fire, 16. Oh, sorry. 1, 3, 5, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. I come back to Aries over here in fire, right? But can you take a look? The first time I had Aries in red, this time it's not in red, and it creates a diamond shape over here. It creates the same diamond shape when Aries comes back over here. Here's my cardinal signs. Here are my fixed signs. Would you like to see what happens to Leo? Which Leo do I show you? Hold on a second. Which board do I show you? Let's see what happens to Leo. This is upside down. Leo comes from here. Okay, let me look from what happened. Okay, I got a board. Okay, I did 3 different ones. Okay, good. So I have Leo is here. And then here is 6, and Leo is here. 5, 6, 6, 5. So when you come over here, right, this area over here, as you can, all right, you see this? So you come over here, you have 5 over here, 5, 6, 6, 5. But look at this compared to this. Because here, right, going this way, see that? Open space over to 4. 5 over to 6, closed space below. 5 over to 6, closed space below. So it's going to be 6, 5, 4, 4. Locking 44 over here, locking the Trinity right here in 44. This is just a skeleton of how these dots connect and with what reason they connect. Right? You can, if you notice here that this is the connection of 36 and 36. What are the 36? 36 of these. Each one is a number. There's 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 36. You can see this one up here is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And this one here is the same thing, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, except it's 19, 1 and 9 is 10. 21, 2 and 1 is 3. 23, 2 and 3 is 5. 24, 25, 2 and 5 are 7. 26, 27, 2 and 7 is 9. This is not 28 because I'm counting backwards. I think this was, right, that was 12. And this is 9, this is 21, 24, 27, 30. Yeah, that's 30. Sorry about that. 30, 30. And then that's 33 and 36, 35, 34. And take a look what happens. 05, 88 design. 05 looks like 80, or what it looks like 0 could look like 1. You see, 1 doesn't have a hole in it, but 0 does. So if I show you this, is it 0 or is it 1? See, there's a hole in that one. By accompanying, by this side accompanied that space, and this side accompanied that space, it accompanied an area space that they each lost, but share in their own, making it a half area space. 2 goes into 1. The wholeness, the highness, crowning them together. Tesla's 3, 6, and 9, 1, 2, over here, 4, 5, over here, 7, 8, over here. They bring these numbers into these numbers over here. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9, 2, 5, 8, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7. If we want to make it easier, this one here, 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9, connected to 12. This design, okay, shows you also the encompassment. This area, right, This area enters into 1776 as well as 2012. 5, 14, 1 and 4, 5. 23, 2 and 3, 5. Just 1 second. I think my coffee is ready. I'll start back to the calculation. How's everybody doing? It's going to be a short video today. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get that piece of paper. Okay. I need to bring out all the information of the universe, you know? Right? This is the universe and of the universe right there. That's it. That's all we need. Now, all we need is the questions that go along with this, because this is all the answers to the universe. Right? Thing is, we don't have any questions to go with it. You see, also, what else we have to bring with are the words, right? The alphabet, the numbers. If you want, we can go into other languages, but we have to come back to this alphabet. It's the one I use. We each have our own tools. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Okay, so give me a minute. You guys going to go out for a walk today? Get your hands out of your pocket. You know that? Put your hand back in your pocket. A couple of ducks going for a walk. You know. What are you doing there, Squirmy? What are you doing? Sacred Heart? You cleaning up? I for the one. You know what they say? I am the one. That's the IH coming together. My number one fan, Wilson. Why did Wilson ever exist? Okay, so just give me 1 second to do this. I just need something to do here, so just give me 1 second. Another brick on the wall. Let me get back to that in a second. So how you doing? Did I bring the pen with me? No, and I lost the dice cube now. So let's go back over here. Okay. See this one over here? This is a 5, and this is a 5. It begins like this. 5. Then we go over here, right? Over here is 8. Over here is 11. This space. And then we stretch down over here. And then we do this. And then, okay, we're here. And then we do this. And then we do this. This is terrible. Okay. We do this. See that? We do that. That's here. Right? And then the other one is here. This straight line to here. Now this straight line to here, there is no straight line to here. That's where that is. That's right there. Right? And then it goes to here. Right? And then it does that. Right? And let me see where else we are. Yeah, and then we're going to go from here to here. So go from here to here. All right? Let me connect that. All right? And then we end. We end here. And then what happens? Now the question is, when we reconnect the continuation down here, are we going to connect here? Or do I connect here? So we have a question, okay? But we don't need to have the question. We do it all. First, what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to put another one, X, right here. But now I'm confrontation of two magnets. Here at the continuation, perhaps, of two magnets. Here's the continuation where the cube comes in, where Rubik's Cube sets in. Right? Each one of these I's, okay, is a value of 9, right? Continuation here, half space. Each one is 9. Each one is
15. In relative to if somebody walks into a room and sees what's going on and they see this, they will think that's an I, that's a 0, the 15th letter and the 9th letter. Another thing is, in order for this to qualify as what is noted to be a 0, they say 0 has a hole in it. Is this 0 or is this 0? Is 0 a solid like a coin with a hole or without? It's not the same. You see, without the hole, this is your center. With the hole, I need this, 4. So 1 dot to the center, 4 dots create a center. A1, D4, B, C, 2, 3, 55, or how about 5 and 5 connecting here? You know, the connection is 6. It's a 616 connect through 55. 5G TV. 5775. I'll bring that up after. But anyways, the basis of this, okay, if you think that I did the artwork, I did. You think I came up with the idea? I did. Do you think I got it from somewhere? I did. I absolutely did. Now, what I can show you, I can do a few things. Let's do this. Let's do this. First, I'm going to do this one. Okay. Is, you see this over here? This area is 5. This area is 14. This area is 23. This area down here, hold on a second. This area down here is 32, right? So when I move this back into position, well, I think hold on. It's funny because I put it lower. You see what happens? If I bring it all lower, everything's in one area, all right? See that Y inside? 25th letter. The O, yo, 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 yo. They're going to put one Y there, and you can put another Y over here. You see the way this Y is this way, to the left and to the right. This Y comes off the mutables inside to the fixed sign, branching out into the cardinals and spreading out back into the mutables. So the 5 plus 14 is 19, plus 23 is 42, and 32 is 74. So what is this number 74? Is it because it's the G and the D? You know, that could say God. Is it because G7 and D4, right, where we run 7 months of 31 days? It's everything. But wait, I want to stop. What number was that up there? Oh, yes. It was 5, 14, 23, 32. So when you crisscross link, it's 37, 37. So all through my work, okay, I keep seeing the same thing. 1 between 2 equals to 3. 1 between 2 equals to 3. Does that mean it ends here? No, this is in singularity. I have to build it up, but I'm not going to build it up right now. I just want to see why I did that. The Y letter is the representation of that 3. This letter over here, it splits here, okay? If I don't have my, what's it called with me, but I'll show you. It shows you this. And then at the same time, it shows you this. Encompassing an area that's not even there. It's a blank area. But when you bring this to this, okay, and then you join it together, you encompass an area of space to bring cubes together, those cubes, the 6-sided cubes together. Just 1 second, I'm just trying to see, I just lost that vision. So these are not my choices. Let me show you another thing, is that when we go one below, it's 4, 13, 22, 31, right? And this one over here, these are your 35s. So when you're in the cardinal, right? Whoop, did I just do that? Hold on. Okay, no, hold on a second. Yes, so when you're in your fourth house, right? Your addition crisscross is 35, so it becomes 88 in the fourth house. So in Abraham's house, you have the constellations. So you have the constellations of 88 into 44, the house of Abram. So in the origination of Abram, right, like the AM, like in Capricorn spirit, the ABR, the Rab, the bar for the bar mitzvah 13, the 18 runs the cross border from one side all the way to the other side. The I letter runs down here. If you want to look at it here, there's another way to do it here, but here, the only way to do it is to run from here and to cross to here. From here, I can cross to here, but these other lines will have to go away. It'll be a new design. This is just understanding where the focal points of these are. Right now, I'm using the heart zone with no beat. What does that mean? I start from scratch. I put it like downward from above, no occupied space. You know, in Monopoly, right? When you're on go, count that go as one. So wherever you go, okay, land there and add one to the actual area space you're at. So you add 4, 13, 22, 31. This equals to a total of 70. So you have 4 numbers, right? 4 times 20, what? 4 times 22, 4 times 20, 4 by 19, 4 by 18, 4 by 15, 4 by 17, 5. Is that what it is? Yes, 4 by 17, 5. So it's also going to be 3 times 23 plus 1. So they're talking about the lunar moon. When you miss by a number or 2 numbers or 3 numbers, you compensate, okay, to the understanding in the subject, okay, in the introduction. Like I have to come up with the book that shows what you compensate, and we compensate with the lunar moon's understanding how the planetary alignment is, but not the way it is in the universe. And I'm not changing anything in game theory, that is. So anyways, let me just show it to you this way. All right. 5, 14, 23, 32. Now, what's above and below 5? It's 1 and it's 7, it's 3 and it's 9. So we're going to go 8 and we're going to go 8. Now here is another number above it and below it, right? Above it and below it. You're going to go 13 is next to it, right? So I'm going to go here. So it'd be 17, it'd be 16 over here. And on this side, it's not going to be 13, it's going to be 10. And on this side over here, on the right side, above 4, I have to write this bigger. This is not good. You can't see it. I can't see it. I can't understand it. Okay, let's do it again. When you have 5, you will have here and here 1 and 7. You will have here and here 3 and 9. Okay, and then you're going to have 5 again at number 14. Right, and you're going to do the same thing. And when you drop down here at 14, it's 11, back over, it's 10. And here it's going to be 16. And then here and here, you're going to go, this is going to be 12. And this one over here is going to be 18. And then you're going to have 5 again. And then you're going to spread it out. And over here, this will be 23, 5. And the thing about this is we have a connection here, right? This is a point. Okay, points into 5. See, the thing is, right? Thing is, see this over here? See this 8, 6? 1 and 8. 3 and 6. Excuse me. When it comes to 9, I have to think a little bit. 9 is everything. How do I take it? Do I take it as a 8, 1 equals to 9 and 5? Do I look at it this way, that 9 plus x equals to x? What am I going to create and what am I looking for? Well, 9 and 14, I'm just trying to look. There's missing 4. So 4 and 5 equals to 9, right? The reverse alphabet of 9 is 5. The reduction of 9 is 5. So when you take the 549 and the other side is 235, so then I can equate it and understand that it's over here. This 235 is equatable to this over here. So if I can't find it here, I find it here. This is the feminine. The feminine is 9 by 4, 5. Individuality, the masculine is 9 by 3, 6. This is 45, 54. This is 36, 63. By a few virtues, 6 and 1 is 7, 3 and 1 is 4, 6 and 3 is 9 and 1 is 10. They run the cycles of 147. That's why you don't see the 4 over here, the 4, 5, 4, because this is the feminine. The masculine runs the cycles in the split house. But I have to move all these around. We can move these around. If I want to move this in the second position, right? Actually, should I move it into this position? I can move it anywhere. I'll move it here. I'll multiply it by 5. If I multiply it by 5, it becomes 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4. Hold on. 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 3, 8, 4, 9. Yes, this is what happens. When I move it into the fifth house or harmonic, the numbers change to become this. And then what you can see in this, right, is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5, 6, 8, 9, all passing through 7, 21, 21, 17. So when you get blackjack and you stand on 17, right, you stand on 17Q. You stand on creation 1 and 2. 10 minus 7 equals to 3. Well, the 3 is only a fabrication of 1 and 2. And then in its duality with the operator, it's 1 and 2, and 2 and 1, and 1 and 2. And it's a 1, 2, 1, 4. It's a 2, 1, 2, 4. It's a 1, 2, 1, 2 equals to 6. It's a 2, 1, 2, 1 equaling to 6. It's a 1, 2, 3 equaling to 6. It's a 1 times 2 times 3 equaling to 6. $2:22 in the afternoon. 71 minutes have passed after the 12 o'clock, which is 720 minutes, and 71 is 791, 616 at the silver gates of spirit. See the gates I hang out at? I hang out at these gates. It ends with a T, right? You know what that means? If I have to go to TH, I don't have to do it. When I come to 8, all I add is 8. When I calculate 88, it equals to 64 and 16 equals back to 8. 6 and 4 is 10 is 1, 1 and 6 is 7, back to the silver gates of 88 of the constellation, moving all the gold around. 8 also in 18. I don't need the 20. What is this 20? This 20 over here. I say 8, then I say 20. Why? The movement of 6, 1, 6, 13 moons, okay, and extending over to 6, 1, 6 is that movement. 6, 1, 6, 6, 1, 6. That's the number which inverts 6, 1, 6, 6, 1, 6, 3, 8, 3, 3, 6, 8, 3, 6, 1, 6, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 1, 6, 6, 17, 70, 6, 6, 7, 7, 1, 7, 14, 14, 7. So this is where we are right now, eh? That 714 is atmospheric pressure underneath the water. 147. 147, 147. 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 is 720, right? That's 12 o'clock. Now, if you add it, it's 21 becomes 741, right? 1, 4, and 7. The cube of 9 that you see, okay, is 9 and 9, 18, minus the 7 equals to 11. 7 come 11, or what is 117. So this here is because what I'm creating here is my 7s. What I'm creating here is the wholeness of 9. After that, I'm going to create my 10s over here. 6 and 4 will create my 10, and 1 and 9 will create my 10. We run the cycles of 147. 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days, and then the 1 month of Valentine's, 7 by 4. This perhaps could be, in theory, what is 6, 7, 8, 9 added equals to 30. What is 1, 2, 3, 4 added equals to 10. It creates 1/3 the difference. And the reason for this existence, it also connects, okay, I'm not sure, to the royal stars. I have to take a look at that, right? We have to take a look at this. I don't know what happened to my phone there. Oh, here it is. What are the numbers of the royal stars, or where are they located? How do they work? Is it 147? Is it fire in Aries? Is it water in Cancer? Is it air in Libra? Is it the Capricorn for Earth? Just give me a minute. You know, somebody says, how do we get out of this? How do I use this? And I keep telling them the same thing over and over and over again. I only know one thing. They say if you free your mind, going over the words of time, if you free your mind, you replace those waters, those boiling waters and questions that you had all your life. Why are you here on TikTok to start with? What else do you have to do? Right? Are you coherent to the subject and understand anything that I do? Have you looked up, like, who am I? Why are you here? How are you using your time? Why should you stay here? Why should you leave? What will you gain? I believe that when you understand the alphabet, when you understand the numerics, the astrology, are they telling the truth? What words do they use when they use numerology, right? Where do they find the extent of their understanding? See, I don't think I do numerology. I study the numbers themselves. And then I go over the evaluation, okay, of what is existing, and I go towards the zodiac signs. And then when I look at the zodiac signs, I link these zodiac signs. Then I link what everybody says about these zodiac signs, but I don't link one person. I link everybody. I want to see what everybody says, but I can't do it alone. Only by questions, by questions. If I satisfy the minds of one many and we share on, we change and move the oceans by our knowledge. Then when we make our choices, we're going to laugh. Haha, I know why this is happening now. It's an obligation, right, by the machine. The teachers, somebody had to teach us. How would we have learned? Do you think we learned just like that? Upon the magic breath you take, upon the pondering lakes, right? Chomping on things, thinking and deep inside your head while everybody's looking at you and saying, either you're the this or you're the that. You just want to be somewhere else and create, or you don't want to be. I don't know of the one of many of who we are. Some of us are the caretakers. We're not all the same. We can't be. We'd never learn. No one would be able to teach us. We teach each other by the breath. We're all the mechanism teaching each other like the AI. We are that fleshy, robotic teachers. Leave those kids alone. The reason I say this, I was thinking of Pink Floyd, and the bricks on the wall create H, the 8th letter, and I, the 9th letter. 8 and 9, H and I. 17Q. High Q, high school. At 17, you're out. At 18, you're into the sun. At 19, you're into the moon. You cross over at 19. Watch out for the spirits, they're coming. It's number 91, A through I. We are the fleshy robotics of AI. 414, 9 lives of the cat, communication in the doghouse. Watch out for all your bones. The dogs are coming. Connection of the dog bone is the relationship. And this, by the way, is also number 5 and 2. It also designs a TV set. And if you're going for the 3 points, you can get it there. Here's your TV set, right? TV set. You know what numbers those are? That's 5. That is 20 and 22. 2 times 10 and 11 times. 2 times 10 and 11 times 2. The separation of the cube is 10 and 11. It is also a master number builder. Okay? So this one over here will be 2. This one over here will be 4. Just give me a second. This is going to be 7, and this one is going to be 5. Just give me a second. This is going to equal to 42, and 4 times 2 equals to 8. 4 plus 2 equals to 6. 6 by 8 equals to 48. 6 plus 8 equals to 14. You add them and you minus them. I'll do it on the other side. Equals to 34 and 62. 7 and 8. 1, 2, 7, 8. Into the void of 9, 0, 1, 2. So the 0, 1, 2 is that with 3 in creation, right? It takes 1 and 2 to create the 3. So when you divide, okay, 3 by 1, it'll equal to 0.333. And with 2, it's 0.666. So once we pass and we move over to the next signs in the cardinal and the fixed house, which is 4 and 5, the 4, okay, over here is going to be a whoopee. Right, the 4 over here. The 4 over here, when it's divided by 3, it's 1.333. And then when you divide the 5, right, by 3, it becomes what is 1.666. And in fact, 1,666. Fill it out with 2.666. And this is where Leo and Scorpio come together. Did I get that right? Yes, Leo, Scorpio come together over here in this. Where does this come from? 8 divided by 3. How do I know? Oh, because I just know how the rotation of the decimals work, right? And when you take a look at this, you know what this shows me? I can put this up, but in reality, everything is on this angle. So it shows me that something, 1, came through 2, and we have 2 dark area spaces, but on the cubes, I like to call them moons. And then this, instead of showing you this, I only show you the pole. I show you the pole, not the blocker. I don't see it, but what it is it comes through, right? This moon here, and they call this moon Luna, right? And the other 2 moons, they call it Phobos and Deimos, moons of Mars and Earth. And when you look at it on this angle, you can see them right there. But when they come together, they come in singularity. You see, the 1 does happen again. It happens in the 3, it happens in the 5. The 3 and 5 are duality, but the 1 alone never happens again. The 2 never happens again, but yet it happens on every single side in duality. But yet it never happens in singularity. And when it never happens in singularity, neither does the 7 and neither does the 8. And if you ask me why, we have to answer our own questions. Do I satisfy you or do you satisfy yourself, right? The pleasure is with you. It's all organic, how your mind sees, how you feel, right? See, when we remove things, I'm just going to use this as removing. If I remove an area space here, you have 8. If I remove 2 area spaces, you have 7. In this scenario, this is the way the 2 dice is set up, right? Look at these as just complete dots. You have 3, 3, and 1. But it's really not 3, 3, and 1, but I need a break to explain this. Just give me a minute because my mouth is really, I need a drink. Hold on a second. Just give me a minute. You know, I was thinking about some words, I need a, look at that. Do you know what code this is? Does anybody know this code? This code here? If I turn it, the up is down, the down is up, but I haven't done anything. Look at that. They're both on the same side. They were on the other side. But if somebody needs a belt, right? Seat belt? I don't know. Sitting in a seat belt, right? Seat belt. No, it's the other belt. In the old days, long time ago, hey, I need a belt. You walk into a bar and you say, I need a belt. And they go, we don't sell belts here. But anyways, maybe they were talking about the Orion belt. I don't know. Maybe they were talking about the Zodiac. So you can see right away by talking about the belt, by talking about the spirit, by talking about wines, by talking about bars. Hold on a second. You talking about bars? We're at the theater here. It's 13 and over, Well, hey, buddy, we're at this bar over here. It's a milkshake bar. You don't need any age. You can come in. You want to feed anybody, but don't feed the sugar to the dogs. So what is it, 13 and over, 18 and over? We have spirit. What's happening on the 19th hole of the golf course? So these are all expressions we went through over time. At 13, you become a man. 616 connects the 2 sides of the zodiac to support the head. La tête. When they say head in French, right, they say tête. Tête is the number 9 in Hebrew. So when they say off with the head, they're taking off number 9. That's the way I have to look at it. This is a game science. I study the numbers themselves. And
I see Zeus is in the house. Wriggle Tony. You know that? I think that's what dogs always say when they bark. First of all, they're calling on the, like, you ever see it? Like this dog like takes all this air all the way down and boom, it like throws you across the room and they go Noah's Ark. No, I said bark. Right? It's B arc. Or how about B A and then RK? Or how about B at the beginning and K at the end? BARK. And the cat's MEAOW. So both the dog, DOG, and the cat, CAT, unless we're talking in French. Le dog, c'est le chien, puis le cat, c'est le chat. Puis en franglais, in French and in English, when you say the cat, and I'm English, but I'm thinking French, I think you got number 4. But somebody says the cat is outside in the sink. And when you say sink in French, I'm thinking of number 5. But sink in French, right, is right over here. The word is sank. But the cat did not sank, and I did not put the ball in the cup. So when you play golf, you go to the golf course and you sink the ball. I didn't say sank, and I sunk nothing other than the ball in the cup. PCU. Sank, sink. Because if I can do the word forward and backwards in English and French, I have to say all that goes within the sink of the ball that sank. Does a golf ball sink? It surely does. So we know that the golf ball can sink. And all those dimples, well, let me bring all those golf balls back to you. Ladies and gentlemen who went out with their drivers, who are coming and getting ready with their drivers, to know that we live in a house and where the numbers talk for me, and so that the description, we live in the house of bait. And this is the story I tell, where all these numbers come from. Why did I say this? Why did I put that? Why did I put this? And this is incomplete. Why does this moon go up here and it says over here sun? Why do these look like magnets? Why is this the Hebrew letter bait inside the ocean with the moons in the 68, 21, 27, 48 house of Bet? Every movement of every single number is telling another directive. And this is where I get my better understanding of everything I speak. Valentine's Day. The face of operations. 1 through 9 equals to 45. And on the 45th day, Valentine's Day, that if you arrive on the 29th day of February of 2024, and if 2025 Valentines arrive, you will have achieved 1 plus 2 all the way until you say 351. 1 through 26 equals to 351. 26 letters in the alphabet. February 29th of 2024 to February 14th of 2025 is 351 days from your birth until the arrival of the 45th day of the next year. You did not complete the first year because you arrived on the 29th day, so minus 28. But you do get to have your first 45 days, add 45. 45 minus 28 is 17Q. Your arrival in the land of A, B, C, D with Q stand on 17 by the silver cord. Inauguration of all the vows and vowels of our lowly moon in the sky. So here's what I said. Why 17? 28 minus 45 is 17. When you add 1 over to 7, it equals to 28. When you add 1 over to 9, it equals to 45. The in-between is 1 over to 8 for Hanukkah, and we light up the 36, right? We light up 8 days, 1 through 8 equals to 36, and we reconnect into the cycle.
And now what happens? Where does that power come from? The movement of the oceans inside the house. I wasn't too happy with this one over here, but I was a little bit more impressed when they set me up the pond. We have the pond in the middle of the ocean. Wow, I forgot to look at my phone. My papers are on the floor. Valentine's is for Mars. It's for the house. It's for the fox. 333 Valentine's. The feminine is 54. 9 by 5, the energy within inside the house. 45. 9 by 5, 9 by 6, 65. Earth and Mars coming together. 3 and 4 coming together. 13 and 14 coming together. But when 13 comes together, 13 and 14, 13 and 13, 9 and 4 equals to 13, 9 and 5 equals to 14. It's funny. This is funny because the 12 is not a teen, but I make it a teen by changing its numerics. I can also change the 13 into an alter reality, whereas 9 and 4, 13, not 10 and 3, reserved. Just like Yod-Heh is reserved. I go Tet Dalet. There's a couple of ways to say numbers in Hebrew. I have to learn them all, also in French and Spanish and other languages. I think it's imperative, right? It's funny the way French say français. So why don't the English say français? Why did we have to come up with a whole new word? The French already said it. That's the name. It's français. It's not French. C'est français. Why do we have to change the name from French, from Français to French? Or is it French? Or wait a second, it's English. But if it's English, it's Anglaise. Now, why do we got to change Anglaise to English and French to, who said that that's what it is? Why don't they tell us how to spell it in our language? Why do we, that's what I don't get. But the difference between French and English is that anglais starts with an A. And English starts with an E. But in French, it both starts with an F. FR, FR. But then they go FRA and then FREN, FRAN. In fact, in French, they have the French franc, and it's the first 5 letters in the name. Right? Oh, yeah, where is my phone? Didn't I say I was looking for my phone? Didn't I just make a coffee that was like a half hour ago that's probably deadly cold right now? Oh, yes, I should say unalive. Why would I want to continue and add on 2 more letters? I don't want to go unalive. I don't like that. I just want to go, you know what? You passed on from the Skynet. Oh, yes. You ever look at the Torah in a different way? I like to look at Torah this way. I look at Torah this way. Rabbit ears. Oh, wait, I hear it. Ah, I got it. What's up? Hello? I thought Zeus was calling me. Oh, I found it. I found it.
Good afternoon, love. How are you? How are you, love remembers? What do you think about this prompt? Do you understand it? You see, when they put the V upside down, they lower this gate into the waters. Now it becomes below the waters. When they lower this gate below the waters, the line that you see here shows you that it's above the water. Now, this here, right, is a pyramid going all the way up. Right? Look at this as a pyramid. It's not finished. It goes, this point goes all the way down here. Right? Let me see. See the point? I have to stay out of the way. I think if I stand back, maybe you can see me walk into it. When I walk into it. From here. And I can bend down and get right into it. Let's get in there. Let's get right in there. Let's get right in there. We can camp out like right there. Swimming in the pools amongst the matrix. Living the life that is created for us. Living a life we create. Not knowing and knowing, does it make a difference? It surely does. It changes the light. There'll be more gold and less silver. More information. Less light, less silver. More gold. Difference in the light, right? Isn't that something to do with, I'm just trying to see what the electrician says, the lumens, the kelvins, trying to put the whole thing together. So I'm just saying a whole bunch of words, not happy that I just said anything. That's not really like me, but when I'm thinking, you know. Well, that's pretty funny, eh? That's very funny. I'm looking for something. I'm not sure if I had it in my hand. I was throwing it in the garbage. Just give me a minute. Yes, so when I created this, hold on a second. La maniaque de la manage. So if you were just sleeping and heard that, I said that in French, and I am the maniac of putting things in order. Okay, so I've met other people in my lifetime, 60 and over, that I am. Okay, so far the credibility, the work I do, things I say, it's also the channel that is me. So my credibility, and now what was the words I was saying? The judgment. How do I see myself to understand what I do? Should this work be judged? Therefore, am I being judged along with it? Well, I'll tell you one thing. In the shows that I went through in the last week, wowee. If I can get a retake of what went on every time I got into a show and every time I exited, whichever way that was, and a bunch of times, like, oh, I'm out of the show? Hold on a second. And the crowd would be like, I just got back from the bathroom. What happened? Where'd that guy go? Another one would say, you mean Coco Loco? I know where that go. This is the afternoon Halloween 45th day of the year. Second year, second Valentine. 715 days of the inauguration. Of coming in on the 29th day of 2024 for all the children that were born from 2024 up to now. And we can go back in time. I have to look at the calendar, what period of time we are in all other times. And no, not every 4 years is the same. It's not. This one is running that Saturday, Sunday cycle where we begin the month on Sunday, we end the month on Saturday, we begin the next month on Sunday. We don't end it, but the 3 extra days. That is what is that lag time. So we get the 28 into 28, 56, and then we lag 3, 56 plus 3. Why? Because I'm basing this off of February, before February and after February, right? And guess what? January, just want to show you something, is that January on the 31st was not a day 7, but was a day 4. And it ended on a Saturday. So what was the 3 number, or 1 between 2 equals to 3, running Capricorn, running the air sign starting the month in Aries, 3 then over to 10. So we jump everything by 7, right? That's the zodiac jump every 7 days. And then we come into 10, then 17Q. 1017Q is the reverse alphabet. So we have the reverse alphabet in January. In February, and that's on the weekend of Saturday. In February, the cube poles come on Saturday. If you want to run the piano, you run it Sunday through Saturday in the month of February, and you have center C. There is no 29. Do you know only in a leap year you have 29? Well, center C from the right to left, starting at 52 C3 over to 24 C3 CC, right? Right? That's 29. You did know that, right? So I'll say it again. The 52nd key. The 52nd key, okay, is 7 by 7 equals to 49. 7 complete. So that 50, okay, is going to be A, 51 is going to be B, and 52 is going to be C. It just so happens that Mars is 51, Earth is 52. Hey, man. So did I talk funny? So yesterday they talked about, oh, he talked like Mickey Mouse. He did this, he did that, he did this. I come here in recognition under the only judgment I want is whether or not the logic, the rationality, the understanding, can you see the conversions? Can you see the matrices that are happening? I talk only of the numbers as you hear what they are, as you know that they are, that any 5-year-old, I believe, will agree. And I say the age because by the time you are that age, you should actually know that system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. You should know that system by then. That's what you have to know. And then we'll use the lower house. A, B, C. 1 and 2 and 3. And it stops right here. This finger here is the third finger. You want to come around again? Add 5. It's the 8th finger. This is the cycle of 5. Then it becomes the 13th finger, right? And then it becomes the 18th finger. And at the 18th finger, we stop. Now, my question is, if I went 18 from my left to right and 18 from my right to left, where is 17? I didn't make that design. So let me do that, okay? So I break it out to over here and, okay. This is the 13th. This is the 13th. I got some color pencils in here that don't qualify to be in my box. I don't have enough space in my box. They're qualified to be at home. That's why I should take out my home color pencils when I'm at home. Because they're too hard to write with. They break too often, and don't forget, I'm Hercules. I write with stone. I like my bones. You know what I'm saying? I take that pencil and I jam it into the paper. Zeus is in the house. Arr! Zeus is in the house. Alatate, alawait, oh, alawaita. So when they sing the word alawaita, A through L represents the soul, equals to 78. The burden itself is equal to number 33. And on the breath you take, 3 by 3 equals to 9. 3 plus 3 equals to 6. 6 and 9 equals to 15. 9 by 6 equals to 54. And then we get the Valentine girl for her surprise package. That's number 54. And for the Valentine boy, the surprise package is 9 by 7 and 9 by 4 equals to 36 equals to 63. So maybe we should go over those surprise packages, right? But Valentine's is for everybody. So we can't actually look at that this way. But I can explain the connections in this. Just give me 1 second. I have to remember some things when I'm talking out here. We have to separate all the minds that might be on this channel that actually are on this channel. I have to partake that every one of those minds right now is on that channel, right? And if I look at it as this in directions, I'm in the seat 5 right now. Everybody's around me. There's 1, 9, 3, and 7 that are conjugally thinking, right, of how I can demise what is in between 2, 4, 6, and 8. How can we jump on everybody, right, and make everything not make any sense? Well, I'll tell you one thing. Anytime somebody tries not to make anything sense, that is just freaking. If they do it with what can you say? I don't even know how to say. You just have to understand that it's the difference, okay, that becomes the norm. You create from the difference that becomes the monotonous norm. that you think you're in a cage because you saw it happening. You accepted it at the moment, but now the Levi's jeans 501, the stadium became too expensive for the game. 29th day, the child is coming into the house unless you didn't miss your period. But when you miss your period, it's day 29. Mars 2 and 9, your first 11. Bring the beast into the house. 4 by 11, 44. 4 plus 11, 15, and 44, 59. The energy within the 239, the 235 is the 549. The 235 is the 549. Where the 3-6 male phallus to the 1-4 after the death before the Christ. 1 inside 4 becomes the E worlds, the energy with inside the birth, the house of bait, joining the moons to power up the sun. The M letter, take a look at this design. The M letter, you see this? You flip this upside down, you create the W because it's reaching out. It's reaching out. The M letter comes straight up, down, up. This shouldn't be curved. The 77 joining gateways. There was something I missed inside of this. Sorry about that. I was leading up to something. If this is a duality tetrahedron, okay, it's the 3. And if this is a 3, what does that mean? It means when it goes to connect, and we put it all the way in the back to connect, I will only connect to 2. This one over here will point in the middle to one of the rivers. This one here will point below, which will ignite with all. In each one of these pods, there's a propeller spinning. And in here, there's another propeller spinning beneath the ground. They overlap each other for each one, transferring message with each spin. Also noting that the pools, they raise the pools because the propellers are torqued, just like on a jet plane. The propellers are torqued, they're turned or twisted, right? Rumbling the waters, that DNA always in rotation. The crown of the Star of David is right over here. What bridges over the ponds? This pond and this pond, this pond and this pond. Now, I don't remember how we bridged here, right? Because not all 4 ponds should be connected all together. When the bridge is up here and the bridge is up here, the bridge is down here and the bridge is down here. When the bridge is up here and the bridge is up here, the bridge is down here and the bridge is down here. In description of water, earth. This over here, 2 and 8, 4 and 6, shows me the 4, 6 and the 2, 8. That when you see the dot in between, it shows the letter I. Here you can see the letter H. But at the same time, you can also run it on a diagonal and see the N. Is that diagonal running 7 over at the 5, moving by 2, or 9 over at the 5, moving by 4? The cat's communication in the house through the 7th gate. It's a 2-to-1 house, 1/3 and 2/3. 1 and 2 is equal to what is 3? 1 and 2 equals to 3. 1/3 and 2/3. 2 and 4 equals to 6. What is 1/3 and 2/3? 3 and 6 equals to 9. What is 1/3 and 2/3? Stop. Don't go any further. It ends right there, right? 1 and 2 equals to 3. Now, the thing is about 1 and 2 is 7 and 8 complete that 9. And with 2 and 4, 7 and 5 complete that 9. And with 6 and 3, well, 6 and 3 complete that 9. We have to make completion all that we were given to understand in this reality here. This is a game science. Game science. So I'm going to put all that together, right? But for now, in the high volume of people that are here, and it is 3:09 in 1 minute, 3:09, which is 189, which is 63 by 3, which is 8 by 21. All the moons connect at 3:09, which is also going to be 720 minutes, or 12:09 makes it 15:09. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, we connect upon the electric breath at this moment between the lower and upper house. And with that said, happy today, the 45th day, the 715th day since the 29th of February, 2024. I'll be back again, 22 years in the running, the longest TV show that's up and running. And guess what? Yes, that's right. At one point, it was supported by, but no longer is. And I'm running on my own steam engine. Thank you for watching this video.